What is popping, y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series from 2012 with the 2012 Turtles, and it is Season 4. This one is the season which I barely watched when it originally came out, but I have now recently watched it all with Paramount Plus because I got it for Halo Season 2 and the Knuckles series, but I'm getting my money's worth and I'm watching all the Turtles again, and this one is a direct continuation from season 3, and just like the others has like 26 episodes, all around 20 minutes each. So it is a very long watch, easily like 2-3 days worth of content to get through, but we're going to cover it in a good 12-minute segment, because I do want you to go watch it and go see it for yourself. So I am going to briefly go over majority of it, but this one does have the Turtles waking up in space. They still haven't fully recovered from their father dying, who died in season 2. They're dragging that out for as long as possible, and continuing with the advancements to try and make the series a little bit more interesting. They're in space. The Krang destroyed the Earth and made it a black hole, and now they're in space, and they spend all 20 episodes trying to find the Triceratons and try and find the Krang to, save the planet and reset Earth, go back in time to stop the Krang and have Earth be saved and not turned into a black hole. They have the help of a robot, which is from the future, which was a massive fan of the Turtles and wanted to help them. And they have Casey and April in space, and April started to get her powers in the farm in season 3, but she develops them a little bit more in this season. So April is now a telekinetic. She can move stuff with her mind, see how people feel, and I feel like that's what they seem to do in most shows when they try and make it a little bit more interesting. They give a power like telekinesis to one of the main characters. They did it in The Flash as well. They gave like Cecile telekinesis to try and increase the show's sort of interest, and they tried everything this season. They gave Raph a love interest, which is the first time they tried that, but they did it with a newt from space, and mainly the bad guys were the newts, the Krang, and the Triceratons. They put a big push for the Triceratons in this season, and they literally only teased them the season prior in the last 2 episodes. So they went for a big push into another big villain that the Turtles have. I don't think they're as popular as the Krang, or they're as popular as Shredder, obviously, but they are still up there with one of the big sort of agencies, organizations, groups, villains that the Turtles do have, and they're not explored that often. I think they were explored in the 2012 animated series, and that was really the only time they was explored. I don't believe they were explored in the original 1991, and I don't think they were explored in any of the movies. So this is like one of the newer designs for the Triceratons, and they are very animalistic. They have like gladiator war rings. The Turtles got captured by them, and again, the Turtles have a new suit. They all have space suits, which we use to sell toys, and again, very similar to Ninjago, how they get a new suit every season to sell toys, and it works because people buy them, and I buy them too. But the Turtles spend most of their time in space, getting used to fighting in space, using laser weapons, or highly futuristic versions of their ninja weapons, which goes against the lesson Donnie learned in season 1, where he had to be resourceful, and he learned that the stick was acceptable and the stick was okay, and that he didn't have to upgrade it to this over-the-top metal weapon. And this got thrown out the window when they were fighting in space. They all got their new laser weapons and their new light weapons, and they all got guns as well, which they didn't really agree on using because obviously they're ninjas and the guns are loud, but they all got blasters in this one. They had a new robot companion which helped them, which didn't really help them because he refused to do anything other than stay on the ship. That was his main thing. He wouldn't He would send the turtles out to do something. When they asked for him to help, he would be like, "No, I have to stay on the ship." And that was pretty much it. That's how the season went. They eventually did what they needed to do in space. They went back to Earth and stopped the black hole. They reversed the black hole and saved the planet because they got the pyramid thing from the Triceratons, and that was it. They were happy and they saved New York, and that's where the series really ended. And that was also where the storyline ended for the Turtles. The Foot Clan was destroyed. The Krang were peaceful. They made friends with the Krang as they got rid of the evil villain, the main big evil brain, and sort of kept with the original, which was more friendly, and they befriended the Krang. They also pushed for the original costumes for Casey and April, with the original character designs, with the yellow jumpsuits and the red shirt and sort of blue pants that Casey had. I don't really think Casey had an original outfit, but they pushed for them and tried to get more nostalgic, but also whilst trying to do future stuff and be in space. Again, very weird. They tried to do the best of both worlds, and I don't really think it worked. But this season was way too far-fetched and way too far from what the Turtles were by sending them to space and making them fight in space. I know the Turtles themselves are far-fetched, with them being like mutant turtle ninjas, teens that live in the sewer of New York, but sending them to space is just way over the top. It's like in Fast and Furious where they went to space. It's cool to see, and it is a new aspect and a new terrain for them to be in, but it just, from where the series started, it amped up very quickly, and the threat of the planet being a black hole as well should have caused a lot of the other solar system to have issues. They had space sharks, so that just fueled the fire of being over the top and trying to be new and exciting and appeal to newer audiences and keep people interested by seeing, hey, the turtles are in space. They're being chased by space sharks. Raph is going to die by no oxygen. Tune in next week to see if he lives. Because the turtles have always been like a linear story, they haven't really had many one-off random episode adventures. They were like a whole story. Each episode continues on to the next one. It is a continuous story. Every episode is going to be mentioned again in the next one. It is one flowing storyline which you can see by the characters, which is cool, but then you have to try and one-up yourself, and when you're trying to constantly one-up yourself to make a new threat, to make the ninjas struggle, or to obviously lose for a little bit before they overcome it and win, there's only so much you can sort of one-up, going from a man with a ninja army to Triceratops in space. And that is in the span of 4 seasons. We have magic and time travel in this world as well. So there is a lot going on here, and there is a lot that they're pushing for. But I don't really think it all works out. I think that it escalated way too quickly. I feel like they could have maybe put a couple of more street level villains in there. I know they had the purple dragons, but again, they kind of rushed through those and made them part of the Shredder's team, compared to how they handled Shredder's team and the Krang. They took their time and slowly developed that, whereas with the purple dragons, they just completely rushed through it and made them part of Shredder's team. Again, being in space, very over the top, very far-fetched, and is where I sort of definitely stopped watching the series. I don't remember watching this at all. I think I watched maybe 1 or 2 of the episodes. When I was rewatching it, it all felt quite new to me and very unseen stuff. I don't think I had this one on DVD either. I have most of the first 3 seasons on DVD, but this one I don't. So again, it was more uncharted territory. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really like it. I am going to give it a 5 out of 10. As you can tell from my rankings, the series have got progressively worse, with the first season being the best, second season being the second, third being third, fourth being fourth. And I'm glad that I watched it, and I actually watched it all the way through, but I don't see myself watching it again. I don't see myself wanting to watch this again. I've watched it once now. I've seen the turtles in space. I don't really want to watch them in space again. I hope they don't go to space again. But yeah, that's about it. I'm not gonna cover it again, but I'm gonna quickly mention it here with the animation style, voice acting, comedy, and the jokes are all the same from the past 3 reviews that I did. All same quality, still getting me to laugh, still getting me to actually care in the serious moments. But it kind of loses me there when they're in space and these moments that are serious are so unfathomable. But that's it from me. I've currently got season 5 yet to watch. The review should be out tomorrow, so do stay tuned for that. And subscribe and press the notification bell so then you're notified when it does get uploaded. But yeah, that's it. I'm almost at the end of this 2012 road, so stick with me for one more day and we'll be done. And then we'll move on to something else. And if you want a hand in what that something else is, please do comment it down below. Anime, movie, TV show, whatever. I'll watch it and I'll review it. So other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next one. Have a nice day and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.